Hey ghouls, Terry Krueger, the sweetest psychopath you'll ever meet, and welcome back to my channel. Hey ghouls, welcome back. It's me, Terry Krueger, and we're here to review Halloween Ends. Now, if you've been a fan of mine for a while or been a follower or whatever, you know how I felt about the 2018 and Halloween Kills. I thought that those were complete garbage. So, although I'm a fan of Halloween, Michael Myers, all that good shit, even like Season of the Witch, 2018's and Halloween Kills I thought were just complete garbage, in my opinion. First of all, this is going to be a huge spoiler review, and this is all based off my opinion only. So if you happen to love this movie, then congratulations, you liked the movie. I personally will share my thoughts in a moment. Like I said, the last two I hated. Could have done without them. But I did say I was going to go into this one with an open mind and ready to watch it and hopefully enjoy it. And surprisingly, I was not hating it at first. Although the opening scene did make me laugh more than I think it was intended to. If it was even intended to be funny, it just made me laugh. So the story goes where it's been 4 years after the last one. Michael just got up, killed everyone, and took off, disappeared. And the story opens following this guy named Corey, and he is babysitting this little shit for, I guess, Halloween night while the parents go out. In the process of him hanging out, the kid's a little shit. He's playing hide and seek. Corey gets locked in the attic. He starts having a major freak out as the parents are getting home, and he's just trying to get himself out of the attic while the kid's laughing at him because he locked him inside. Kicks the door, hits the kid in the face, and the kid falls from the third, fourth floor all the way down, and splat, he dies. I don't know why. I mean, just because the way it's filmed, I laughed. I'm sorry, I couldn't stop laughing at that. It looked hilarious. The kid got it. I mean, he was a little shit. I mean, I thought it was funny personally. So, anyways, it follows that. Of course, it was an accident, so he gets let off. He's become a whole pariah around the town as this kid killer or whatever. But it was an accident, so they couldn't really hold him about anything. And then it cuts to Laurie. And honestly, like I said, at the beginning, I actually was really enjoying this movie. I know some hardcore fans were gonna not be happy about it, but I personally was intrigued in the story because, as I said with the last two, it was the same damn thing over and over again. It was nothing new. It was boring. It was repetitive, and I don't feel like those sequels were needed. Honestly, I wish this ended better than it did, which made me kind of not like the movie in the end. But I feel like this is the sequel I kind of needed, but I also kind of thought it was funny that it's been 4 years since the last time Michael attacked, where he killed a whole bunch more people. He killed Laurie's daughter, and in the 4 years, she seems to have recovered and healed so much faster than she did in the last 40 years in the 2018 version, where she was this paranoid wreck, where she was living off in the woods somewhere, prepared to kill Michael at any moment. This was actually, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in that video, that this was the Laurie I wanted. It's been years. She's a survivor. She may have some trauma from it, but it hasn't controlled her life. She was living a normal life, and then she sees Michael come back, and then that's what makes everything start again. So I was really enjoying that. So anyways, at one point, Laurie Strode crosses paths with Corey. He's being picked on by some shitty high school kids, which I thought was funny that the bullies that were picking on this guy weren't even jocks. They were band geeks, and I thought that was so funny. But in reality, I was in band for a moment in high school, and those guys were pretty much they were assholes. I mean, I don't think they would have been able to kick my ass, but they were assholes. Anyways, so yeah, she stands up for him. Takes in the process of him getting bullied, he gets his hand cut with some glass. The daughter, oh my god, what's her granddaughter's name? I don't remember. Anyway, she's working as a nurse now or whatever. They meet, they end up really hitting it off. So she kind of gets in this relationship with Corey, who's in turns as the new Michael in the sense. So the whole thing is was he born a killer? Did this accidental murder trigger him, or was this always there? Was he always had this killer instinct in him? So it also gave me if you guys are fans of horror, especially the Friday the 13th series, this gave me very Friday the 13th 5 vibes for a couple reasons. Which that movie also pissed off a lot of hardcore fans too, if you know what I mean. In Friday the 13th Part 5, you find out that Jason isn't actually Jason. It's a paramedic using the legend of Jason, killing as him to get revenge over his son that was murdered. So in this case, Michael kills, I want to say, maybe two people at most. Michael Myers kills two people. Michael Myers is kind of like a sideline character, honestly, in this one. Like, he's not even really like seen a whole lot till towards the middle and end. But like I said, I was enjoying it because you have to think about it. Jason, Freddy Krueger, and Chucky, they're kind of eternal. Chucky's a plastic doll, Freddy's a night demon, Jason's a zombie. They can keep coming back again and again and again, and no one's going to question why it's been like 40 years and he's still coming back. Like with Leatherface and Michael Myers, they are just men in masks. So like with Ghostface, every movie, it's a different person under that mask. And for the most part, I mean, are you really mad if whoever's killing as Michael Myers looks like Michael Myers, although it's not Michael Myers? Because in this one, that guy Corey, just kind of snaps and he kills the homeless guy next. He kills a cop that was being all creepy and hitting on Laurie's granddaughter. He like follows Corey and then he ends up using Michael to kill him. Like he meets Michael Myers and they become buds, I guess. and he helps Michael kill this cop. He goes back. And I'm pretty sure this will piss off a lot of people. Corey like kicks the shit out of Michael Myers and steals his mask, and then he goes on this little killing rampage. He kills like some like hoary nurse and some doctor at their house. I thought that was pretty cute though. She walks outside and he has a plastic bag wrapped around the doctor's head, just stabbing the shit out of him. He chases her inside. This is Corey. She locks him out, but then Michael Myers is actually in the house, and Michael Myers kills her. He picks her up, stabs the bitch on the wall, and done. Then he goes on to the next scene where he lures those kids that were bullying him to the junkyard where he was working, and that actually had to be like my favorite death scenes. One of my pet peeves about this film is it was supposed to be so brutal because it's Michael Myers, but every kill like kind of cut away as he went to go kill them, and for the most part it did show some of the bodies afterwards. But I wanted to see the initial kill shot. Like, he runs over this one girl, she gets trapped under a chain link fence, this other guy gets stabbed in the face, and one girl he hits in the head with a wrench, but as he hits her, like, the camera cuts, and then it just shows her body just, like, all bloody and dead. My favorite death that, if there is an unrated version, I hope we get more of, like, actual scene. The main bang geek, who's the major dick, he actually just gets, like, a fucking, torch thing from like when you weld and like just burns the guy's face, like sticks the thing in his mouth and is like lighting him on fire. I thought that was pretty cool. And the girl who's like stuck under the gate from after being run over, he just goes stomps on her head and runs over her. Then he makes his way to a radio station. He kills this like the receptionist in the front desk, and then he bashes open like the DJ's head, which is pretty cool because you do see his like jaw fall off and him all fucked up. So that was pretty cute. So yeah, some of the deaths were pretty cool. I just wish we got to see a little bit more of them. And then, like I said, up until this point, I was enjoying the movie. Like, I was like, okay, this is very, very different. But, I was asking for something different. And so far, I was living for it. He's in the whole Michael getup, killing everybody. It's not Michael, but, he beat up Michael and left him in a sewer somewhere. So, whatever. So then he goes to go fight Laurie Strode, and she pretends that she's going to kill herself. They end up having this little fight. And then this is where the movie kind of just flatlined for me. Like, we spent so much time building up this new character, Corey, and left Michael on the sidelines as like a back character to... She starts fighting with Corey, and she's like, you really thought I was going to kill myself, whatever. They're fighting, and then he just stabs himself in the throat, like, if whatever the daughter's name is, the granddaughter, I don't remember her name is, he said, if I can't have her, no one will. So he stabs himself in the throat, falls on the floor. Laurie picks up the knife out of his throat as the granddaughter walks in, sees, thinks she killed him. And then that's it. They built Corey up for all this shit to be the new Michael, and then he just stabs himself in the throat and dies. And then that's it. And then all of a sudden the story switches again, and oh no, Michael's the main character. Pops back up, and Laurie it kind of seemed she was waiting for him, but like there was no like allure to the fact that Michael Myers was even coming back at all. Like nothing had to do with it. At that moment, the only person who saw and like had anything to do with Michael Myers was Corey, and he didn't go telling everybody that, hey, me and Michael are going off and killing people together. Like that wasn't a thing. So then it turns into this fight in the kitchen. She stabs him up on the fucking table, and then she has this, you're not a monster or boogeyman, you're just a man, and you're gonna stop breathing. And then she slits his throat. She cuts open his wrists. They strap him to the hood of the car. They drive off, and they throw him in a wood chipper, and that's the end of Michael Myers. So it was just kind of like, I don't even know what to think. It was just like, okay, the story was good, we're building up this whole new story. Oh no, throat stab, it's over. Now let's go back to the original story and just throw that in there. It was very lackluster for me, honestly. Like throwing Michael Myers in a wood chipper. I mean, hello, I think we've done that to like Leatherface and Jason at times. Fucking Wrong Turn. Chucky's been cut up in fans. So the way to stop this monster is to cut him into little pieces. I think if the movie followed Michael more, I mean, it would have probably been boring. But have like an actual grand finale fight where Michael gets thrown in a wood chipper would have been more epic and like an end to the end of a fucking saga. But the way just like the last 10 minutes was like, oh yeah, Michael Myers is supposed to be in this movie, bring him in real quick, and then throw him in a wood chipper, and then that was it. I wasn't expecting much, and I was actually surprised I was enjoying the movie for a moment, and then that whole switch up, I was just like, not bored. And again, they went too hard again. Well, not too hard, but they did a little like, oh, let's homage to the original. Laurie at the end is wearing the same outfit she's wearing in the original towards the end. She tries to stab him again with the knitting needle. He pulls it away, stabs her in the cheek with it. Like, we're done with the nostalgia. We get it. We want a new, crazier, better Michael Myers movie. And they failed 3 times. They failed. Honestly, that's my opinion. I thought they were trash. I hated them. I hope we are fucking done with the Halloween franchise. Literally, H2O has to be my like favorite, like, you know, some years after new sequel. That one was at least a little more enjoyable and like not so just, I don't know. Like I said, you know my thoughts on the other ones, and this one too. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised. I was actually enjoying it. I almost stopped the movie halfway through because I was watching it on Peacock. I didn't waste my time going to the theater to see it. I actually almost stopped the movie halfway through to text my friends like, hey, this actually isn't bad. I really like this. And I'm glad I waited till the movie ended because I was like, oh, never mind, false alarm. It was trash. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the movie. Like I said, if you enjoyed the movie, good for you. I'm glad you were able to enjoy it because, like I said, I was enjoying it for the first half until that stupid ending. But yeah, what are your thoughts on it? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you hate it? Did I miss things that you didn't? I don't know. Leave in the comments down below. But as I said, I love talking horror with you guys, so if you want to subscribe to this channel for more horror-related content, I would love that. Smash that like button, hit that bell for notifications, and subscribe to this channel. But until the next time, this is Terror Krueger. Stay spooky, and I'll see you girls later. Bye!